Sandy Munro is going to be here to talk about what's going on with Tesla's self-driving technology, which continues to struggle, but as always, the conversation takes an interesting turn. So let's get going right now. Welcome to E4 Electric. If this is your first time here, that's okay. All you have to do is click on that subscribe button and the bell notification icon. That way you won't miss Sandy's almost weekly appearances on this channel, plus our Sunday electric car news. Now, Sandy gets called a Tesla fanboy on a regular basis, but let's see if those people still think that after watching this video. So let's dive in, but before that, a quick reminder that this video is brought to you by Driven. Finally, there is a company that's taking the training of Tesla drivers seriously. If you're shopping for a Tesla or currently own one, sign up for a private Driven course and let a certified advisor meet with you and provide a personal experience. You will discover features and driving methods you never knew existed. Sign up today using the link in the description of this video. Full self-driving from Tesla. And, no doubt that for consumer vehicles, they are pretty far ahead. I mean, I can argue there are a couple of, probably Xpeng Motors pretty close. But, at the end of the day, it's 2022 and it's still level 2, not level 3 or 4. They've decided not to go with the LiDAR, and then they even got rid of radars, but now they have a, phantom braking problem. If you were to advise Elon, which I think I ask you pretty regularly, but, what would you do? What are the things that Tesla needs to do to just stop screwing around and, get this thing going, level 3, level 4? What are your thoughts on
that? My thoughts are really simple. All that stuff's crap. You know what? I've designed missiles and bombs. And they have to go through clouds, and they have to go through rainstorms and snowstorms, and they have to hit the target every time. And I'm telling you, we took a very big bomb and dropped it in a pipe, basically, and that's what blew up Saddam Hussein's impenetrable bunkers. And it also had to burn through a whole bunch of concrete and metal. And you know what? The first bomb went in and it blew up below the bunker, and the second one blew up lateral to the bunker, and basically that was the end of that. Did I use radar? LiDAR? Did I use geopositioning? Did I use cameras? None of that shit. All I used was FLIR, forward-looking infrared. That's what you need. The rest of the stuff is kids. It's stupid. So there's a company out there that nobody wants to deal with because, oh, that's too expensive. But that's the only one that works in the snow, in the rain, in the fog. No matter what, it can see right through all that muck. And that FLIR, forward-looking infrared, the only one that I know of that's got it out there is Teledyne. They bought FLIR, which was a company called FLIR, and they bought that, and that's the only one. The rest of them, I have panned continuously. Oh, but don't tell that lady in Washington, D.C., don't tell her about that, because she's heavy duty into LiDAR, and the company that she's got gazillion stocks in.
I won't mention it when we're having coffee, I promised. But so
oh, don't tell me. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
All right, so tell us a little bit. I know you've mentioned this several times, and this is the first time I'm actually heard you say that what's happening right now is crap, which we agree there. Tell us a little bit about what it is, what that technology is, and how is it better than LiDARs and radars and vision and all that stuff? How does it work?
Basically, what you do is you send a signal out. Forward-looking infrared means just that. It looks forward using an infrared system, and it looks for heat. And heat signatures, I can get a heat signature right down to minus 30 Celsius. Minus 30 Celsius. Minus 30. I don't need any, and the radar can't do that. Radar can't look and see heat. It just doesn't. If it can see that there's something in front of it, but it can't see what it is that it's looking at. When you sit in the FLIR vehicle that I sat in, the whatever their name is, Teledyne. When you sit in that vehicle, you see every head pop. You can see the difference between a dog and a cat. You can see everything around you. That's the mode that I need in order to make ADAS work. I can't make it work if it's foggy out, and I'm using any of those other systems. It'll give me something, but it won't give me what I'm really looking for. Cameras, I'm even less enthusiastic about. All the rest of that stuff, as far as I'm concerned, they're trying to find a cheap solution to a difficult problem. But to me, the problem is easily solved if we go to forward-looking infrared. And the way it basically shows up, if you ever get the opportunity. In fact, there's something on their website. Download it and just pop it up, and it's totally different than what you would see or what you can imagine you can see with anything else. Cameras, radar, LiDAR, blah, blah, whatever. It doesn't matter.
What about, parked cars that don't emit any heat, or stop signs, because like Tesla had problems, still are having problems. There's a billboard with advertising of, home security with a stop sign saying, "Stop the Predator," right? And Tesla sees the sign, can't figure out that it's, far away and not really shaped like octagon, and stops, right? Or attempts to. Would that prevent that? How would this technology see the objects that are cold?
Right. When you're driving, besides, first thing is, there's no such thing as something that's too cold to see with FLIR. Okay. I'll give you a little I'll give you a little story. When I was working with this with TI DSEG, their defense group. So we were making a tank site. Okay. And guess what? They don't use LiDAR, they don't use radar, they don't use cameras, they use FLIR, forward-looking infrared. And forward-looking infrared is kind of like nobody can own that. That's just a name for the science that we're using. So we were using it, and man alive, this tank site was fabulous. And somebody came along and said, "Hey, why don't we use this for police vehicles? I mean, this would be perfect for them to see what's going on." So we gave, or let me rephrase that, because I wasn't working there as a consultant, but the TI DSEG people gave out, rented out, or leased out, or whatever, to a whole bunch of different communities, a system, the FLIR system that they had. And they parked it on top of police cars and other things, ambulances and fire trucks and whatnot. And because, you know what? If I have this on a fire truck and I swing back and forth, I can see where the bodies are. I can see whether they're dead or alive. That tells me whether or not I want to send somebody into that burning building to retrieve someone. And I can tell whether it's a dog or a cat or a human being or a baby. I mean, this is really good stuff. So anyway, one of them got sent to Ottawa. And it was freezing cold. But there was no wind. There was no wind. It was really cold. Somebody broke into a house, and I can't remember, but I think they either stole something really valuable or something was nasty that had happened. The police showed up, and they had the FLIR unit on the roof of their car. Now, they could see there was footprints in the snow, and they were fresh. They turned on the FLIR, and guess what they found? They found that the guy that was wearing these Sorels or rubber boots or something left a signature, and that signature they could follow. So they followed it to the road, which had been plowed, but they found out something else. As this guy was running away, he was hot, and he left a signature, a heat signature, all the way to wherever he lived, and then you've seen his boots come back again. He got in his own window. He didn't take the front door. He went into his window to hide back in his own house, and the cops caught him. That can't happen with radar. That can't happen with LiDAR. That can't happen with a bunch of cameras. Nothing can do that except FLIR. And like I said, we dropped a big bomb through a pipe, just like Obi-Wan Kenobi, or not Obi, whatever his name is, Luke Skywalker, only we didn't have the Force. We had FLIR. That's why I like it.
But that still involves heat. I'm talking about just recognizing a cold stop sign or a part.
Yeah, that's everything. Everything gives off a heat signature. Everything. And when you see the what's her name, Teledyne, when you see their little video and whatnot, you can see everything. I can tell that that's a parked car, and I can see that there's a kid or a dog ran out. I can see anything and everything. The stop signs, everything can come because everything has a heat signature. Everything is going to tell me what's going on, and it probably, well, not probably, it'll be able to determine or discern a sign with a stop sign on it, you know, a billboard with a stop. It'll be able to discern that because it can also see range, and that's why I like it. That thing's live. That thing is. That thing gives me all the information I need to drive safely. Everything else to me, I don't like.
Here's a big question. Do you think that Tesla and everybody else really are really not going to get there or really succeed or is going to take them a while unless they switch to this technology?
Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, it's been proven by the military for eons. I mean, every ship, every plane, every bomb, in fact, every soldier, not every soldier, but almost every soldier has a gun sight that has a FLIR. Okay, people call it night vision and crap like that. There's a whole bunch of names for it. It's all forward-looking infrared. And you've probably seen they're walking around and they've got their vision systems on. It's freezing cold outside. You can see the tree. You can see the snowbank. You can see a rabbit running. These things can't happen with radar, LiDAR, or cameras. It just can't happen. It just can't happen. So to me, the only safe way is with that type of system. Is it expensive? Yes. Does it work? Fabulous. You got to pick. Is it going to be the safe way or is it going to be the cheap way? Pick one. And luckily, and by the way, before you get all kinds of people saying, that son of a bitch has probably got stock. No, I don't. I didn't buy stock in it. I learned my lesson. I don't buy stock in anything anymore.
Okay, I did not expect Sandy to call Tesla's full self-driving technology or any Tesla technology crap. But that's why I love having him on this channel. You never know what he's going to say. And just for that reason, don't forget to subscribe to his channel. I put a link to it in the description of this video. All right, looking forward to all of your comments. Other than that, see you guys next time. And remember to stay charged.